What's up, guys? It's Lyric, and welcome to Caster Call.
What's going on, guys? This is Dom, and this is Caster Call. I'm joined here with my good buddy, Lyric, a.k.a. Emily. How are you this weekend?
Honestly, I think we're past good friends, because we've known each other now for, like, what, 7 years by now, but I'm okay. I'm really excited to be here. Obviously, like, Collision is like one of those tournaments that's really in like the heart of Tri-State, so you really get to see everybody, and especially when everybody travels in, like I get to see my friends from MDVA and like even on the West Coast too, so I'm very stoked to be here.
Sounds good. I'm glad to be here, even if it's only for a short time. One day at Collision is better than no days at Collision. If I miss this event, I'm probably going to be upset for the rest of the year. Like that's really how it is. So shout out to RJ for still hosting this thing. He's been doing his job for, wow, he's been around for a while, and he's been holding down for Jersey for a very long time.
I went to Collision when it was a monthly. There were points where Collision was held as a monthly in a firehouse. Fun fact. So I was there. I'm part of histories. So
I remember Collision. I remember the Rescue series was the big one. Yeah. I'm old as fuck. Oh my god. People are looking at me like, what the fuck is Rescue? Yeah, it was called Rescue because it was in a firehouse. It was very cute. I liked it a lot. But we're going to be doing this whole interview thing because, like I said to other people, and if you've been watching the other episodes I did here at Collision 2023, we're going to be talking to the casters, about the casters, because you know everything that you need to know about players, but not enough about the people that talk about the players. So let's go ahead and knock that out. First, the only thing I had here written was the grind. That was the first point, because you have been fucking working. Yes. You got into commentary a little bit after I did. I started out 2014, 2015-ish. And then I met you, and then I saw you begin, and you've kind of done the same thing that I pointed out with Fabs, where you just kind of like took off. Yeah. Like you really found your spot, you stuck to it, and you've just been making waves. What have you done that you can like remember, like that you can actively point out that has helped you with your growth?
So I just want to say, I've been playing Smash. I think I'm coming up on 10 years of being in the community, competitive. Commentary is the first thing that actually found me, that I did not chase. I think like everybody has their time. You know, I think post-quarantine, like everyone took their local commentary a little bit more serious, but like we come from a time where getting on commentary at a local was to just shit talk your friends, right? So like a lot of like commentary right back in the day, if I had jumped on commentary, it was like, oh, this guy fucking sucks. Like, but I think what had happened was I got my real start because somebody dropped out of Smashadelphia 2019, and Drex hit me up, and Drex was like, yo, you stream Ultimate Arenas all the time on your Twitch channel. You could totally cast. Like, you have the personality for it. Just do it. And then it just kind of, like, took off from there. It being on VG Bootcamp got the eyes of a lot of people that I had known in MDVA. Living down in MDVA when the rise of VG Bootcamp started definitely helped me out, because people saw me and they're like, oh shit, you cast now? Cool, you want to commentate Glitch 7? So then it just kind of like became the domino effect, and it was like, all right, well, now I'm here. Now I did take a break quarantine. I don't think a lot of people, except for like Skiff, were really like grinding that Wi-Fi comms. Like, for me, it was like, all right, I'm not going to events. My mental health's falling apart. I don't really feel like putting myself out there. But I think all of that pent-up momentum that I had really kind of like got overflowed the moment that we, NPT, worked on Cross-Up, because that was the first big event back. And VG Bootcamp was the one that reached out to us saying, hey, let's get it on VG Bootcamp. And Layson, I had originally put myself top 32 comms, and Layson was just like, there's no fucking way you're gonna put yourself on top 32. I'm putting you on top 8. So yeah, and then we did Cross Up, and then I got invited to Glitch, and then it just hasn't stopped. So it's a weird path, because I feel like, yes, I had momentum, but I think I failed at everything else in the scene, like being a TO, being like a content creator before the commentary thing had stuck. And I think I've just found my path.
That's real. Didn't chase it. It found you, which is great, because I feel like all the people that have gotten really big at commentary in the scene are the people that were there by happenstance, really. Yeah. Like, I can't really say it happened to me, because I actively, like, when I first started out, like, I wanted it. Like, I was the guy, like, sitting at the Bears venue, the old Bears venue. Oh yeah, for sure. But like, it was way worse when you don't have literally anything to stand on, and you were literally just like the new face. And it's like, hey guys, whenever y'all tired, I'm here. Please don't forget what I look like, because I guarantee you, as soon as you get up, I will be right there. But for the most part, like all the big stuff that I landed, it was just a matter of, hey, I met this person, through the grapevine. They've kept me in mind, and now I get to work like a Shine or a SmashCon or something.
So I think there's a really big misconception when it comes to casters these days, that a lot of people think that it's just who you know. And I think a lot of the times your work ethic will speak to who you know better than you. Because a lot of the times I can go up to whoever the hell I want to at events and be like, hey, what's up? And they won't bat an eye. But if people hear all the events that I'm doing, all of the times I've driven home really late at night, that speaks much more louder than personality does. That's how I kind of feel about it. I feel like a lot of casters these days just kind of like dust off their hands saying, well, I don't know enough people and that's it. I don't think that's true. I think that's a cop-out answer.
I also do think that it's... You can't just kind of like go to everything, or like, how am I going to put this? Who you know does matter a tiny bit,
yes,
but it is not the end all be all.
Correct.
You are not going to get more jobs because you know more people, but you are also not going to get more jobs just because you do your 20-man local every Friday night and make that hour drive home. Like, as unfortunate as it is, it kind of is a mix of both. But if you want jobs, you're going to have to know people and work. Yep. And if you work, you're going to have to know some people. Like that. That's just how it crumbles. All right, let's see what else I got here.
That was a really serious question.
Yeah, it was a good question. So we're talking about all the work you put in as a caster, and it has turned into you being easily one of the most prominent casters in the scene.
See, every time somebody says something like that, that's just like it doesn't register because I don't believe it. Like, when you think commentary, you don't think me. And like, I'm okay with that. When I came into commentary, I was like, I'm very okay with somebody being like, lyrics on pools, lit. Like, but I think like I have yet to, in my head, take the step of like, I'm just a pools caster to, yes, I've done multiple top 8s. Like, it's a very like weird feeling, because I think I watch everybody around me, not in jealousy, but like I watch all of my friends be like amazing casters, and I don't see myself in that light. And it's a very weird mentality thing. But I also think it does help me, because I will never get an ego about this commentary thing. Good. So.
Because I've seen casters with egos. It's not fun to... Okay, no. Flambeau just raised his hand in the back. Bad. I'm talking about bad egos. There's a such thing as a good ego. You have to have a good ego if you want to do this shit. But like bad egos, like I've worked with people with bad egos, man. It's rough. It is super rough. But like you're like I said at the start, you're one of the most prominent casters that we have now, especially post COVID. Have you ever considered branching out into other games? Like, I know you are in league hell. You can't escape it. Yeah, we know about you.
Okay, all I'm gonna say.
She's got to put the face now.
All I'm gonna say is that there are so many Smash players that are also League of Legends players. They're in your walls, okay? Every single one of them, okay? I'm going to be so honest. You know how many Smash players I have on my League friend list? You know who's one of them? Calvar, Melee player. You know who he was playing with the other day? J-Mook. And everybody loves that guy. J-Mook is a League player, okay? I hate to blow him up there, but I found him there. So... So
oh my god, what the fuck were we talking about? Oh, league players.
No, we're done.
What the fuck were we talking about before? Smash players.
I haven't branched out because I don't have self-esteem. Yeah, that's it. That's the overarching issue. Why is everyone yelling at me today?
What we're learning today is that the answer to not having self-esteem is just to have self-esteem. Like, it's just that simple. It's as simple as that. Oh, what is next, man?
Why are you laughing?
Okay, so
This is supposed to be like some serious sit-down shit.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. It can be as serious or unserious as you want, because I have a semi-serious question coming up.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so now that you have the position that you have in terms of the caster hierarchy,
I don't like that.
Well,
I don't
like it or not, you do have it.
Okay.
And it is undeniable that you do have it at this point.
Sure.
And as you know, we do not have a whole lot of women in esports that have that, you know, level on the hierarchy, so to speak, right?
Sure.
Do you feel like it is, how do I put this? Do you feel any extra onus upon yourself to really just, you're right.
I never wanted to be a role model. I never wanted to be a role model. I don't want to be like the caster for women. I think that's like a weird role that I don't want to be put in because there's a lot of expectations with that and there's a lot of disappointment to be had. So the thing is about like being a woman is that I've gotten this far by, I think, my work ethic, but I am not ignorant to the fact that people want diversity.
Yes.
I am very like not like, oh my God, it's just the work ethic and like that's it, right? People want a diverse casters roster, right? Now, when it becomes a problem is that when there's a quota that we're filling, that it's like, yo, we only want one girl, or we can only have these two people together, right? So Dara and I were recently having this conversation that we've really been put together on every single major, and it's like, sure, we work well together. Is this a like two casters pick, or is this a gender pick?
Yeah, I understand completely where you're coming from there.
So I think for me, when it comes to like being a woman, I try really hard to not have that in my head because I just want to be seen as lyric. Right. I just want to be seen as lyric because like that's it. Like the thing is about like, I don't know, I'm like rambling at this point, but like go for it. It's hard because I'm so like, sometimes I'm very intense as a person, sometimes I'm not, so like sometimes my answers like go like left and right here, but like I think for me like the hardest part, and I think every caster gets this, is some form of harassment. Like I cannot check my Twitter DMs after a block, but the problem is that I open it in because I always ask for constructive criticism because I'm always about growing, but people will take that as an opportunity to DM me some heinous shit. So like after LMBM, somebody told me that my boyfriend's gonna leave me, like my dad did, that I'm fat. Like it happens every single major. And then after Riptide Top 8, somebody asked me if my boyfriend and I sell content. Wait, real. Real. I'll send you the DM and you can put it in the video.
That is... I'm not blurring the name on that. You're blowing the spot up. You're blowing the spot up.
So I think like... I think being a woman has definitely helped me in like yes, we want the diversity pick roster, but I also think I am also subjected to more criticism and more bullshit than some of my other like male like co-casters. And that's fine. Like I can deal with it. Like I'm a tough bitch from Philly. Like I'm good. Like, I grew up in New York and from Philly, but like I don't think a lot of the times when people like are like, oh my God, you're so strong. Like half of the time it's just ignorance is bliss. Because I think if I looked for it, right, if it didn't come to me, if I really like went in some of these like really toxic Facebook like groups, if I went into the YouTube comments, I would find it. I'd probably be upset. But like for me at least, like if I don't look for it, it makes the compliments like even better. That's kind of how like I see it. Literally last Friday, somebody came up to me at the local at Bears and they were like, oh, you have one of the best female comms. And I was like, oh, thanks. But I'm going for like best comms. Like, like that's the thing with the woman thing. Cause it's a weird, like very thin ice to walk on before you're like, are you a pick me or like it's me? Right. Like it's a weird thing. So yeah, the woman thing is kind of crazy, but yeah, that's how I kind of see it.
You're not supposed to be a role model because as we've learned, you cannot have role models in this scene. If you got role models here, look elsewhere. Of all the commentary blocks that you worked so far in your, how many years has it been? 5?
2.
You know.
I didn't work quarantine. I don't count that.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fair. So in the 2 years you've worked as a commentator, do you have any events or blocks that you can think back on where even in the moment you get up from the seat and you take off the headset and you go, yeah, I just did a lot of good work today? Or when you go back and you watch it, you're like, okay, this is probably my best work I've ever done.
I'm not saying this because he's in the room.
Ooh, you're already leaving.
when Nerf and I casted for the first time, like we casted for the first time. No, it was like our first homecoming. It was our first block, and I looked at him and I was like, "You're so fucking good." Like, I've had a lot of those blocks where I cast with somebody for the first time. I'm like, "Oh my god, you're like so good." I had the same block with Ubel. Like Ubel and I usually. I think the best part about being an active caster in my scene is that I travel to a lot of these locals. So I'm getting to cast with like Ubel. I'm getting to cast with like a lot of the local commentary. So like when I get off like a really good local commentary block, I'm like, "Oh my god." The first time that I had that like epiphany moment, I think, was not only after my first singles block at PAX, but like when I got invited to PAX like West for the first time, because that was like the first time that it kind of felt real. And like I said a little bit earlier, like it doesn't feel it for me. Like I don't feel famous. I don't feel like a figurehead. I don't want to feel like a figurehead. Right. So like getting off a stage, like a real stage, and like people are like, and you hear yourself in the arena. That's the scary part, is like when you can hear yourself physically over the loudspeaker, and then you get off and people are looking at you, people are following you, and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm a person. Like I go from like talking shit on my stream, talking shit at bears, and now I am casting with, I can hear my voice in the crowd. Like it's a very like weird feeling. And like I said, I still don't feel like, you said hierarchy earlier. I think that's a full crock of shit. I don't believe there's a real hierarchy. I believe there's people who have casted majors, and I believe there's people that haven't gotten there yet. But it's like a weird thing. I hate when people are like, "Oh, rank your top 5 casters." I'm like, these are my friends. Like, so it's like a weird thing. Like I said, when I cast with Nerf for the first time, for sure. Like when I have a really good fusion block with Henry, like when I casted Riptide, I was like, "Oh my god, I just did my first top 8, like a real one." And I think PAX was like that big, like, okay, now we're going somewhere type of moment.
Okay, that's really good. That's real good, actually. I like that answer. I like the synchronized stops, by the way. Oh, no, I scrolled past my questions. Oh, you kind of answered both those questions. One. Time?
Technically, we're at 23, but technically it's like
20-ish.
like 16, 17.
Oh, they were in there for that long?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we have that footage at the beginning. Yeah, okay. We can wrap. Okay, so as you know, or you may not have known, we're gonna find out right now. You were at Collision 2023.
I'm at really?
Yeah, the Collision 2023, and there are gonna be some people playing to win a small pile of money. Who's taking a small pile of money? Yeah, it's a very small pile of money at this point. But who's winning the small pile of money? Who does Lyric think is winning?
I'm from Tri-State. I'm obligated to say Tweak.
Yes, sir.
My side pick is Riddles, because Riddles is my favorite top player. I hate that he's seated 9th. But
What the fuck?
he's seated to get 9th, my guy.
Oh my god! If he actually gets 9th, that's going to be the funniest shit ever. Oh my god! I'm going to take the first answer just because that's what everyone else. So Lyric thinks that Tweak is going to win Collision, and honestly, that's a very safe bet. It's a very safe bet. No bias though.
The safest bet is Leo or Spargo.
Everyone said that so far.
Yeah.
Everyone's had like their pick, and then like, oh yeah, but the safe pick is. And it's like, man, fuck the safe pick. You don't want that. Okay, so now we're getting to the end of this interview here, so I'm going to hand the microphone back over to you. You're going to stand up on the small little soapbox that I've built for you, and you're going to promote yourself. Yes, you're going to promote yourself, any events you have coming up in the near future. Where can the people find you at? What should the people be looking for you for?
Hi. You can find me in your heart.
What kind of mess?
You guys can find me here at Collision. You'll be able to find me next week at GamerCon. You'll be able to find me the week after at PAX East again. You'll be able to find me in a couple of other like small regional stuff that I'm actually getting flown out to. Yeah, we're doing it.
Yes.
For the first time. You can always find me, unfortunately, on Twitter, as I have a 9-to-5 desk job and I have nothing else better to do. Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Follow Dom, please. I want Dom to get back out there. I'm a big, you know me. You had this experience happen to you. I'm a very big, please take this. So like you can, like, here, take my block. Like when I put you and Fabs on Fusion that one night, I was like, here, take it. So follow Dom. He's the best. All the people in this room that are here are like awesome. So I'm very happy to be here. Oh, whatever, man. I hate these guys.
Yeah, all the people in the room. Shout out Lash. Shout out Ajax. Shout out Ubel. Shout out new friend I just made. Nerf.
You guys are literally from the same region now.
Jersey? Oh, well, you said from, and I went,
You live in DC, don't you?
I do live in DC. Yeah, technically, I'm technically MDVA if I want to be or not. But yeah, that's going to be a wrap on this this edition of Caster Call. I'm Dom. That was Lyric, and we're going to get another caster up here in a little bit, and we're going to keep the coverage going here at Collision 2023. See you soon.
There's water.
There is water.